Hello and welcome to another video of Catholic van life. This will be a little bit of a different one as I summit Mount Kosciuszko and explore any Catholic churches and any traces of the Catholic faith in the area.
Crazy! Hey!
This is St. Joseph's in Berrydale, part of the parish of Jindabyne, which includes St. Columcille's in Jindabyne, John Paul II Ecumenical Centre, Our Lady of Star of the Sea in Dalgety, and Our Lady of the Snow in Perisher Valley, which I'll see later in this video. It seems as though I got the parish information wrong last video, as there isn't much information in general. Kuma and Jindabyne are in the same parish, but two separate parishes run by the same parish priest. The sign reads, initially Berrydale or Gegedzerick as it was known, then was part of the Archdiocese of Sydney. Before the church was built, Mass was celebrated at the Ivy House. Then Mr. O'Brien donated a block of land for the church building, and the foundation stone was laid by Archbishop Kelly in 1914. Over several years, multiple fundraisers helped fund the building of the church. By 1950s, St. Joseph's had become too small for the congregation, possibly owing to the influx of people to the town who worked on the snowy scheme. Some years earlier, Charles Jameson had donated a block of land for the purpose of a building of a presbytery. Then it was sold to assist the funding for an extension to St. Joseph's, which completed in 1959.
It is cold. Very cold.
Woo. It is early in the morning, day 34. Today I'm going to go summit Mount Kosciuszko, the largest mountain in Australia. So pray. All worked out alright. I don't think it's too hard, even though it is the tallest. But yeah, I'm excited. So, in terms of difficulty, this is a grade 3 track. It's going to take 46 hours, it's 13 kilometers in total, and as you can see here, compared to other mountains, it is a baby. In Australia we don't really have that big of mountains, but nonetheless people have died, so you still have to be careful.
Oh yeah, baby.
Woo!
Here we go. Start of the hike. We're gonna die. Tony. I think it's all artificial, this stuff.
Well, something about this hike is that you're meant to start from the top of the chairlift, but the chairlifts were not operating that day. So we had been left to do an extra 560 meters of elevation, an extra 8 Ks, and almost an extra 2 or 3 hours of a hike. Mind you that starting from the top of the chairlift, there's only 300 meters of elevation to the very summit. So it turned an already difficult hike into a harder one. And it was also at the cusp of winter and is not recommended for hikers to go up. But alas, we soldiered on anyways.
Yeah. Backpack broke. Oh, jeez.
cloud that I mentioned earlier, start to notice that it started to creep more and more in, and eventually you'd see that it would become quite the problem. I'm asleep all the way down. Whew. Almost there now. Crazy. You're gonna be one, you know me. During February 1913, a number of distinguished prelates from the Roman Catholic Church were spending a holiday at Kosciuszko. The Very Reverend J.J. Norris of Kuma conceived the idea of arranging for a solemnization of a Mass on the summit of Mount Kosciuszko, the highest point in Australia. The visiting clerics gave their approval, and all necessary arrangements and details of the organisation were made and supervised by the Very Reverend Father Norris. The date fixed for the function was Sunday, 23rd February 1930. A marquee was erected on the summit of the mount, and in it a temporary altar, which was beautifully decorated, was placed. The proposed ceremony aroused intense interest. People made for the mount as to a pilgrimage. On the night of the 22nd February, parties camped at various points along the road between Hotel Kosciuszko and the summit. 15 motor cars from 2 service companies had been secured. Many private motors were taking the trip. Though a start was made from Kuma at 4 a.m., the car containing the Very Reverend J.J. Norris was the first to reach the appointed spot at 6:15 a.m. Later on, a car containing His Grace Archbishop Kelly, Dr. Dwyer, Bishop of Maitland, Very Reverend Father McDermott, President of the Manly College, and the Very Reverend Father O'Reilly, President of the Stanislaus College, Bathurst, arrived to find over 200 people, including visitors from every part of Monaro, from Sydney, Queensland, and even England, gathered to witness the ceremony. The holy sacrifice of the Mass was celebrated by Dr. Dwyer, Bishop of Maitland, and the first native-born Australian to be raised to the episcopate. After Mass, the Archbishop delivered a memorial sermon. The Bishop of Maitland also addressed the gathering, as did the Very Reverend Father Norris.
It's too hard for him to do it.
We did it!
Woo!
Woo!
Just 31,000 steps later.
Wow!
This is Our Lady of the Snow in Perisher Valley, part of the Jindabyne parish. Construction began in 1964 and finished in 1965. It soon became a landmark for the Perisher Valley ski resort. It operates seasonally. As the winter months arrive, the influx of tourists heading for the snow, meaning that there is rarely ever the same congregation. In October 1960, a project was conceived by local Alpine figures Keith Lyon and Neville Greer, the superintendent of the Kosciuszko State Park Trust, to build a singular old denominational Alpine church that would house all faiths under one roof. They secured permission to occupy a premium site directly opposite to the ski slopes. Before the old denomination committee could raise enough capital to begin construction, the Catholic Church formally approached them to build on that specific highly visible site. To ensure the growing influx of Catholic skiers and European migrant workers had a prompt place of worship, an agreement was struck. The land allocations were exchanged via the Park Trust. The Catholic community took over the prominent rocky knoll, successfully erecting Our Lady of the Snow. The design is purpose-built for the heavy snowfall to slide off the steep roof. There are reports of the congregation having to shovel their way into the church at times of heavy snowfall. I found this photo from 2018 in the Catholic Voice article with Father Peter Miller in the background, who was appointed parish priest of Jindabyne in 1998 until June 2020. He retired moving to Cairns, somewhere much warmer for him, serving for a total of 22 years. Apart from that, though, it seems that the church has been sold off or abandoned, as shortly you can see inside everything seems to be a mess, and I couldn't find any official statement apart from that sign on the door. So yeah, I found it interesting that the Catholic Church went through all that effort to build on that site instead of the old denominational one, only to subside their masses to the old denominational church. I don't know, for all I know they could be renovating. There is like carpet on the ground, but there's no official statement anywhere, so I can only theorize as to what's happened to this church. The present site for the Alpine church was chosen in 1965, after the Catholic Church took the original planned spot. Various fundraisers collected sufficient funds to start construction in December 1967. A small group of volunteers, some living locally and others who travelled from Sydney on the weekends, worked on the project. They came from all walks of life and are of various denominations. The Alpine Church is administered by 5 trustees and is dedicated as a church for divine worship, according to the rites of several churches by such religious orders as approved by the trustees, and the trustees may permit the use of the church for educational and community purposes, for public and other meetings and services. Although the church is far from completion, its first christening was celebrated on 12th July 1969. The bell, which is suspended in the church and is recorded in the history of New Guinea, was cast in Germany in 1912. Biblical figures are carved on it. It was used for many years in the Church of Vanapope Catholic Mission, Kokopo, New Guinea. This seems as though to have been completed in the 1970s, and other works would be done in the future. Funnily enough, this small, all-denominations church in the middle of nowhere is one of the most well-documented churches I've come across, with full written accounts on its making and history, and it seems as though this is where Catholic services are now held today. this is the start of my sticker collection. I saw these in Kosciuszko and thought, why not collect one in each place? By the end of my trip, the whole back should be filled up. But I hope you enjoyed the video. It's always interesting to see the Catholic traces in these rural places. Until next time, God be with you.